Welcome back to my whiskey pick of the week. You know I'm Eric the Whiskey Guy, and as always, as usual, and as expected, am I bringing you a treat this week? And this is a special week for me. This is a special week. This is my very first time trying the Elijah Craig. The first time that I actually just said, you know what, I'm gonna get it. This is a bottle that I've seen for many years and never wanted to try it. And today is the day. Today is the day we're gonna be trying the Elijah Craig. And I had to actually ask myself, what were the reasons or the reason why I never tried Elijah Craig? Because I'm sure a few people out there are probably thinking there's no way possible that you never tried Elijah Craig. Elijah Craig in the bourbon whiskey community would kind of be like a staple. If they had a Mount Rushmore of bourbon pioneers, Elijah Craig, his face would be on it. So I know a lot of people, or some people are probably thinking, how did you not try it? And I had to ask myself, what was the reasons you never got this bottle? And one reason that just came straight to my head was I always put this bottle in a certain category of bourbons that I already tried. Like if I went in the store and I seen it, I'll be like, oh, that's probably just like Jim Beam or Jack Daniels or Maker's Mark. So once in your mind, well, in my mind, once that I got it in that type of category, it's like, okay, I'm not looking for that right now. I'm looking for such and such, or even probably looking for something that's cheaper than that. CC, Canadian Club, Fireball, but never really tried this. And then once I started learning more about whiskeys and bourbons, I put in another category. Never even tried it, but I'll go in there and be like, okay, it's not like Jim Beam and it's not like Jack Daniels. Oh, this is probably like Jefferson's or 1792. And once in my mind, once it's in a category, I just brush past it. But I was like, I gotta give it a try. Now another reason why I probably never really had the excitement or the urge to try this is probably the name probably threw me off. Elijah Craig, Elijah. It seemed like if you go into the liquor store and you leave and the bottle you got a biblical name on it, you probably crossed the line that you didn't want to cross. You're probably at a point of no return when it comes to that. It's like, okay, you already got the four horsemen with Jameson, Jim, Jack, and them, Jose. Now you're working on the disciples. It's like, hey man, you take it a little too far. So those are probably some of the reasons why I never tried it. But now that I've got it, because of a few people, they reached out to me, asked me if I tried the toasted, if I tried the 12, if I tried the 23, and I'm like, no, I haven't tried it. I haven't tried it yet. So I was like, okay, before I could get into those big boy bottles, I got to try the small batch. I like to try the entry level first, because if I don't like the entry level, that kind of gives me an idea if I want to spend big bucks on a higher quality of the brand. But the Elijah Craig, it's in honor of Reverend Elijah Craig, go figure. Back in the mid 1700s, late 1700s, I believe his birthday was in 1789. He was a pioneer. He was one of the first ones to actually char the barrels to give it this brown tint to it. Everyone else, obviously, they had whiskey that looked like moonshine. It was cleared in gin. But once they started charring the barrels, that's when you got the amber look, where it comes out very nice. So he was one of the first ones to try that. He was actually one of the biggest pastors in the Kentucky area. That's what he's really known for. If you go If you go in certain parts of Kentucky, you go to a few Baptist churches, you'll see his name on a plaque before you go in. So he had a very interesting life. So the company Heaven Hill, they said to honor his trailblazing ways in the bourbon community, that they gave him his bottle. I believe that started in 1986. So that's a good company to be around. It's a good company to be under, Heaven Hill. I still have to do a video on one of theirs, but you kind of put them in the same category as you would with the Sazeracs and those big names like that. So I'm excited to get into it. Now the bottle itself, I believe it's 94 proof. The average range on it is about $35. So on paper, if I had to compare it to a bottle that I've done or a bottle that I've tried before, like on a video, I would probably say I would put it in the category right now with the 1792s and the Jeffersons, just on paper, because it's all in that range. Now I got a feeling that you're gonna get the best bang for your buck for $35. For some reason, I don't know. It just speaks to me. So I don't know. We're gonna find out. Now the bottle really doesn't say too much about the history or anything, and I was kind of surprised. Usually on the back they got a whole paragraph, a dossier of what they represent, and this bottle is just a plain Jane. They want you to get straight to the point. I guess they might as well just say Google Elijah Craig if you want to know more. So we're gonna find out. Now it is straight Kentucky bourbon, and his bourbon, he started that like in the early 1800s, his distillery. So before they had regulations, he was out there doing it. So we'll see. Got a nice smell to it. Oh yeah, now this one packs a nice little punch to it. It says a small batch, but it kind of go down kind of like a full proof. Like, I'm surprised it's only 94 proof. This tastes more like it got more like 104, that heat that burn down your throat. But this is a good one for the price range that is in. You can't go wrong with it. I'll give it a clean 8.5. It's a clean 8.5. It's definitely, I can see why a lot of people, they love it. And I'm sure the 12, they actually got a small batch 12 here. I'm sure that go down smooth. They got a 15. I believe they got like an 18, a 22. They got I believe like 125 proof Elijah Craig. So he got a whole arsenal of bourbons in his wardrobe. We just put it like that. In his cabinets, he got some heavy hitters, and I see why. Because even as a small batch, this is probably one of the strongest 90 proof that you're gonna get. And what I mean by strong is it's very smooth, but it still pack a lot of heat. You know it's bourbon when it's going down, and that's all you're basically looking for anyway. So hey man, this is my pick of the week. We're gonna do it all again next week. We'll see you then.